What's up guys, it's your favorite South African YouTuber back with another video, and in today's video I wanted to share my thoughts on Assassin's Creed Valhalla as I continue the Game Pass series. And you know how we go with these Game Pass series where I just talk about a game, any game that's on Game Pass, whether it's a new release or a game that came out a few years ago. I'm going to share my thoughts on it, and in today's video I want to share my thoughts on Assassin's Creed Valhalla. And basically, this game actually isn't as bad as I thought it was. So, yeah, let's get into it. Now, Assassin's Creed Valhalla is a part of the trilogy, not actually a trilogy, but that Ubisoft started changing things up with Assassin's Creed and started introducing sort of like these RPG games with Assassin's Creed Origins and Odyssey and Valhalla. And, the fans didn't really like this because even though the name of the game was Assassin's Creed, you weren't really an assassin. With Assassin's Creed Valhalla, you are a Viking, not an assassin. But the special thing I really like about Assassin's Creed Valhalla that sets itself aside Assassin's Creed Odyssey, which was the previous game, was that it actually does have, some Assassin's Creed elements. You can assassinate people. The stealth in the game isn't too bad, it's actually pretty good. And there are certain elements that I really like. So the same thing as you can wear a cloak to cover yourself and enemies won't spot you as easily. So it's stuff like that that I really enjoyed that they added in the game to make it feel like an Assassin's Creed game. And it's not really that bad. I mean, I think the world is really beautiful, and even though it's really big and huge, I really like exploring and just going around and discovering new things, going to ruins and looking for loot. And that's the thing that I really enjoyed about these games. And Assassin's Creed Valhalla really did improve off of Odyssey, because Odyssey was just really grindy. But with Assassin's Creed Valhalla, everything seems really balanced and, yeah, pretty chill, not too grindy. You're not forced to do side missions to be at a certain level to attack enemies. And speaking of attacking, the combat actually isn't too bad. I find it pretty decent. It's pretty simple. It can get repetitive at times, but personally for me, I think it's really enjoyable, get that Viking combat on. And it's pretty cool, it's definitely an improvement from Odyssey, from being super grindy. But with this, it feels pretty balanced, it's kind of fun, even though it gets repetitive at times. But thing is, it's fun. And also, I really do like the parkour with the game. It's pretty okay. They definitely made a huge improvement with Mirage of the parkour. But right now, this game, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, with the parkour, it's pretty good. And I feel like the one thing about these games people didn't really like is that, that I recently found out, was that fans didn't really like these games because, like I said, you're not an assassin. But the thing is, even though the fans, and some people hated these games, they actually did pretty well. I mean, Assassin's Creed Valhalla sold pretty well on Steam, and it was another success for Ubisoft. And another example is Assassin's Creed Odyssey actually got nominated for a few things, during Game of the Year for 2018, which is actually surprising, especially when you had games like God of War, Red Dead Redemption 2, and yeah, even though the fans didn't really like these games and they sort of hated them, they were actually success for Ubisoft. I mean, it was pretty surprising for me, especially with Odyssey, because that's one of the Assassin's Creed games that I really dislike. It actually got nominated, during Game of the Year, and Assassin's Creed Valhalla was a success. So even though the fans didn't really like these games, there was a success for Ubisoft, which kind of shows why they wanted to continue it. But with Assassin's Creed Mirage, I really like that they just went back to their roots. But with these games, you can't really blame them. They had to change something up. Like I said with my Need for Speed videos, so you just have to change up a few things instead of getting the same thing over and over again. Because how long are you gonna be an assassin for? Sure, they have different stories to tell, but with this change, I feel like they were trying to do something different, which is what they did. And it was a success for them, so it's no wonder they continued doing this up until Assassin's Creed Mirage. But with Assassin's Creed Valhalla, I have to say, man, this game looks beautiful. Just riding with my horse, exploring the world, super fun. Just going around the map, looking for loot, which is one of the best parts for me in the game. Just exploring the world, looking for loot, scavenging, and all that. I find it pretty cool, and it's really nice to live in the Viking era. So Assassin's Creed Valhalla probably has to be one of my favorite in the three, RPG games. And yeah, Assassin's Creed Valhalla does have a few RPG elements, nothing that really improves the story, it's not breathtaking.
You're all breathtaking.
But yeah, it's just really cool to just explore the map, go around, do some parkour, because, the game is pretty good. I really enjoyed it. They do give you a few options to assassinate people or just go out, fighting, going old Viking style and all that. So I really enjoyed that with this game. And the thing about these games is, even though the fans didn't like them specifically, I feel like maybe instead of making it an Assassin's Creed title, because they could have, done different stories with Assassin's Creed, but they wanted to change it up and make it something new. I feel like with these games, they're not bad games, it's just that the title, it's Assassin's Creed, and you're not an assassin. So I feel like maybe if they wanted to go with this route, maybe they should have just made the games their own thing instead of making it an Assassin's Creed title. Because you're not an assassin in these games, so it's kind of weird. There are assassin elements, you've got the leap of faith, but you're not an assassin. So I feel like these games, even though they were successful, maybe they shouldn't have been Assassin's Creed titles. Maybe they could have been their own thing, just Valhalla or Odyssey Origins, just their own thing. But that's my thoughts on it, The graphics are really amazing. The world is huge. There's always different locations to explore and discover. And yeah, man, with the new Assassin's Creed leaks going on with Codename Red, from what I've heard, they're going to do the same thing. It's going to be like an RPG. I'm really excited for that because, I really do like these games, except for Odyssey, but, Assassin's Creed Valhalla and Origins, like these games were pretty good. And they did put in some Assassin's Creed elements, so it's not like they just abandoned the entire thing. And I really like the route that Ubisoft is going with for Assassin's Creed specifically, not like Skull and Bones or Sea of Thieves or all that. Just specifically Assassin's Creed and what they're doing with Assassin's Creed Mirage. But otherwise, Assassin's Creed Valhalla is pretty nice. The game looks beautiful. Just going around in your boat is pretty nice, exploring the world. And that's what I really like about these games, Even though the world can be a bit empty, I just really like exploring and going to a certain destination in the world that you see, knowing you can just go there. I find it really pretty awesome, personally for me. But yeah, that's my thoughts on Assassin's Creed Valhalla. It really isn't a bad game, from what I've been hearing, and it's really nice. I mean, it was a success for Ubisoft, so of course they're gonna continue to do it. But I really do like that they went back to the roots with Assassin's Creed Mirage. But like I said, they're not gonna be able to do it over and over again as an assassin. Sure, there'll be different stories to tell in different periods of time, but I really like what they did with these games, changing it up, So yeah, with Codename Red, I'm excited to see what they do with that. Hopefully it doesn't end up a mess, as lately their games and they've been getting a lot of controversy. So hopefully with Assassin's Creed Codename Red, they don't mess it up and make it a huge mess. Hopefully it's a decent game and maybe even a good game. We'll see. Ubisoft are capable of really good things. I mean, we've seen with their previous games, so hopefully we'll see what they do. Hopefully they, lift their socks up and start doing the right thing. But that's my thoughts on Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Make sure to share your thoughts in the comment section below. Make sure to like, subscribe if you're not subscribed. We're so close to 100 subscribers, guys, so make sure to subscribe if you're not subscribed. I'm the Meister, and I'll see you next time.